honey.
How you doing? Real good. Take care. Okay. I'll call the June 7th, 2021 City Council meeting to order. Due to COVID-19 concerns, social distancing recommendations, this meeting will be open to the public with limited seating available in city chambers and also by electronic means. Bible Code Section 21.8 outlines the guidelines to hold electronic meetings when there are valid concerns that in-person meeting is impossible and practical. So we'll be on Zoom, Facebook, I believe our Facebook page is up. So, roll.
Caitlin Hartman.
Here.
Yeah.
Matt McKinney.
Here.
Brian Miller.
Here.
Logan Wall.
Here. Call for motion to approve the agenda with the removal of the first public hearing due to construction costs being so high with putting it off for work material costs being so high, not construction.
Brian made the motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is the time of the meeting that is to address the council on a matter not on the agenda, except in case of emergency. The city council will not take any action at this meeting, but perhaps city staff to research the matter, have the matter placed on the agenda for future meetings. Anyone out there have anything? Continuing on this. Okay. Item B, the following items, one, how many bins of garbage?
We were gonna ask for that, I didn't keep count. Not a record, it was really slow on Saturday.
Sure. The following items have been deemed non-controversial routine actions to be approved by the council in a single motion. If the council member or member of the audience wishes to have an item removed, this will be considered as normal sequence on the agenda. Item 1 is minutes of May 17. Item 2 is the resolution on payroll for the period ending May 22, paid on May 28. And 3 is the resolution on bills and the fund list.
Move to approve collectively.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item C, general agenda. So we have number 2, recommend approval of issuance of beer and liquor licenses by the Iowa Department of Commerce for the following: Class C liquor license, outdoor service and Sunday sales down on County Speedway at 1200 Clock Street. Class C liquor license, Class B wine permit, and Class C beer permit for Fairway Stores Incorporated at 942 Second Street. Class C liquor license, outdoor service and Sunday sales for Links, Webster City, 405 North 1 Street. Additional outside service for Seneca Street for Links, out of a beer garden on Seneca Street for Ragbar event on July 27th. And a transfer of license for a 24-hour period for American Legion to have a beer garden on North 1 Street. And the park for Ragbar event on July 27th. Call for motion to approve. So moved. Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion approved. Item 3 is a motion to approve street closures for Ragbar event on July 27th to follow a Ragbar committee memorandum of personnel.
I think there's just the right committee submitted a list of all the roads that they're asking to be closed. Seneca Street, of course, is only for that half a block in front of their business. I did ask them to visit with any other business that it might affect that day. And then American Legion, of course, is for the beer garden on North Des Moines Street.
So I guess it's really, because normally we have the police do this when it's more than 6 hours, it comes back to us. I guess unless anybody's got some issue with it. Pretty straightforward, maybe a good day. We're all going to be working. Oh, so, we'll move. Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Yep. So go back to 1B, public hearing, 6:05 p.m. Public hearing on budget amendments for the 2020-2021 budget. Oh, I'll reach that thing. Turn it. No, that's, I gotta reach that thing.
No, the court.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah.
So a public hearing on budget amendments for the 2020-2021 budget. So I'll open the hearing. Are there any written objections?
I received no written objections.
Are there any oral objections?
No oral objections.
We'll close the hearing. So anyone got any questions, or was all fairly straightforward, David's notes? It's just that time of year, really. Work out of your own. Let's go call for motion. Approving record appearing and adoption of budget amendment for the fiscal year July 1st, 2020 to June 30th of 2021. Second. All those in favour say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Item 4 is a resolution authorising the City of Webster City to enter into a 2021 Bradford meeting town agreement with Ventures Endurance LLC, CBA Ragbri, for the event to be held in Webster City on July 27, 2021. I don't know, Lindsay, I don't know if you want to, I don't think there's anybody with me there. Lindsay, to explain.
The reason for the agreement, which is just a little, I mean, we haven't had this in the past when Ragbri come through, it's because of the money that's going out to the meeting towns and overnight towns. So it calls for a formal agreement like this because we are getting $10,000 from Ventures Endurance to cover some of our expense.
Does anyone else have any questions for Lindsay? Call for motion. So moved.
Second.
All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Yeah. Item 5 is a council memorandum resolution authorising the mayor and city clerk to enter into a 5-year agreement between the Iowa Department of Transport and the City of West City, Iowa, for maintenance and repair of primary roads in municipalities. This is basic. Call for motion. Second. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Item 6, first reading of proposed ordinance and ordinance amending the code of ordinances for the City of West City, Iowa, 2019 by adding subsection 38 to chapter 46, article 2, section 46 to 50, stop requirements in certain streets. Now, you want to comment on that one?
This was a request by the chief of police that there have been a couple accidents at the intersection of Grove and Elm Street. Funny thing about that is 2 accidents, 1 person was involved in both. So it's just something to try to alleviate that problem.
Yeah, it's, when I get out now, I assume that they all have stops on, so they won't.
Well, they will be blocked from there growing up. There was quite a few accidents over the years.
Unless you're the wrong way down on my street, then none of the signs face the right way.
Well, I think in the past we've had citizens request the stop sign, so it's good to see the chief seeing the problem and taking care of it. Before it gets to the citizens worrying about it.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Call for motion.
Second.
All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Item 7, resolution providing for a notice of hearing on proposed plans and specifications, proposed form of contract, and estimate of costs for the 2021 River Street Water Main Project for July 19 of 2021 at 6:05 p.m.
Public hearing.
Just the next thing. Call for motion.
Second.
All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Item 8, council memorandum resolution providing for notice of hearing on proposed plan specifications, proposed form of contract, an estimate of cost for the 2021 bridge repair project for July 19, 2021 at 6:05 p.m. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Item 9, council memorandum resolution adopting group benefit plan for city employees beginning July 1st, 2021 with Iowa governmental health care plan, third-party administrator employee benefit system. Things are going great.
Yeah,
Really, I mean,
original increase was 4.69, but through meeting with the committee and working with IDHCC and running different scenarios, it's determined by the group that the recommendation is 0 by adjusting our claims funding amount and the funding is staying that. That's the recommendation of the health insurance committee.
my personal one never stays the same.
We've done
I
very
think
well.
double the problem I've had. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Item 10, council memorandum, motion to approve purchase of insulated indoor swimming pool replacement cover and cost of installation from Alpha Enterprises Incorporated in Missoula, Montana, in the amount of $28,851. Been doing a great job, Larry, saving a lot of money a year.
Yeah, so having any questions or?
Well, I remember when you first did this, it was a big savings, so it's a no-brainer. You got a year more than I thought it would last, so that's good.
Yeah, I think,
Longevity. Is the new one the same?
Yep, so what's the longevity of the new one? Larry, is that the same?
yeah, that's a good question. The new one is made of better material. So it's supposed to last a little longer. The 10 to 15 year range. This one, the one currently was 8 to 10 years. They'd say you would start noticing, and this last season it started getting some rips in it, and it's every time it pulls up, it's gonna, it could be the last time. So we knew when it was getting to that point.
Okay,
More years.
yeah.
So moved.
Thanks, Larry.
Second.
All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Item 11 is a council memorandum, motion to rescind resolution of 2021-77 adopted November 2nd, 2020, pertaining to city policy on the use of face coverings due to COVID-19 pandemic. self-explanatory. Call for me. Moved. Second. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Item 12 is discuss board and commission appointments.
A couple weeks ago, I sent you a list of the applications that we had received for the vacancies on boards and commissions. We didn't have applicants for all of them that had openings. I guess some of them require, or we usually do interviews for. I didn't know several of those are people who have reapplied. There are a couple that we have people that have reapplied and also new people interested. So I can either put all of these appointments on the agenda for the 21st and you just nominate at that time, or if you want to take that sheet and write your recommendations on that, and I can kind of tally those, and then we can do it that way and vote on it at the meeting. Just need a little guidance as to what you want to do, if you're wanting to do any interviews, if you're. And I know the Senior Center Advisory Board and the Youth Advisory Commission has been kind of stagnant. I don't know, I'm thinking Youth Advisory, maybe we need to wait till fall to do anything with that, if we want to continue with that. I don't know about the need for the Senior Center Advisory Board any longer.
Well, we'll leave it open for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna be hard to wrangle up the nominees. And be honest, you know, during COVID, the Youth Advisory Commission meetings to me was kind of ridiculous. I didn't mind having vacancies, but now that next year, it seems like we have an entire range vacant. One applicant, so I'll definitely do some recruiting there. I wouldn't mind, you know, if there's a couple new names interviewing, it looks like there's only like one or two new people, right?
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind interviewing just to get to know them all better, not necessarily that we're gonna like, you know, trying to just discourage them from being on board. I just, maybe since there's some that apply for several things, interviewing them might help us find the best fit. You know, I wouldn't mind meeting a couple new names, but I wouldn't necessarily need people reapplying for an open seat to re-interview.
So what would work time-wise? Can I talk with somebody to get here like at 5:30, if we could do a couple before the meeting on the 21st, or that's possible to work. If we only have a couple, they don't take very long.
It just, if you want to do it before, you want to do it after. If the meeting's short enough, and you don't get 7 o'clock.
I like the idea before. When we're talking about two of them, probably.
Can you get here?
As long as it's got 5 minutes.
All right, I'll go ahead and contact them, and we'll do it here, as long as they're comfortable with coming to the house and doing that. And then we can kind of, I'll just list the ones that need, the boards that need appointments to on the agenda, and we'll kind of go from there.
Do you want to, I was just looking at the front, about the hotel motel board, do you want to change that so it doesn't have to be a representative of the motel? I just feel like you're going to struggle to find a representative of motel. I think Kyle Swan is on there because they used to, there was a group of ownership in American, and that's not the case.
If we change that, I think the ordinance might have to change, because I think it might be spelled out in the ordinance.
Well, either way, we could,
Yeah.
if you have a good applicant for it, and you can't put them on there because you don't have an opening, because they're not part of the hotel community, you might struggle to find anybody. And it's kind of hard with that one because of, if there's 5.
So reached out to ask them to do it.
I think when we did the last time, when Kyle resigned or expressed interest in not serving any longer, which was a couple of years ago, she reached out and said we're wanting to.
It's not something that's not made very often.
Kyle tried quite a bit too to recruit a replacement, and that was unsuccessful doing so.
Okay.
So that might be something we want to do, maybe we can make that change and then hold off on that appointment until it gets changed.
Yeah.
If we have. I'll check the ordinance and see.
Okay. Well, we've got you outside.
Yeah, John and I met with, the guys from the fiber consortium that are planning on coming to town. We met last Thursday, it was a good meeting. The plan is to get them, go back and forth on an agreement for our use of our right-of-way license and purchase of a piece of property from the city and also a lease of a property located out by the water tower. And it should be setting a public hearing at your next meeting and then running it the first meeting in July, which I think is July 6th, if I remember right. And then, so that's moving along. Just filed on two additional abandoned properties in town, so trying to get those cleaned up. And then working with AJ Luft, our new code enforcement officer with the police department. He's done various ordinances and nuisances and grass and weeds and all of that stuff. So they're busy trying to get those mowed down and cleaned up.
What company?
Yeah, we would let Corey out of that.
We need to back up to the report and recommendation.
No, we got-
Larry has something else he wanted to talk to council about. Are you still there, Larry?
Yes, yep. Yeah, so working still on this East Twin Park project. Before Hab gets totally out of there, he's pretty much out of there, done doing what he has to do. But he would do one last thing, working with Mary Fortune in charge of the Revitalize East Twin Park Foundation. And she has raised money for cement work for a pickleball / exercise yoga area. It'd be cement. It'd be directly south of the exercise area. And Hab's willing to do that. And we did get approval from the Parks and Recreation Commission. We would just like to get your guys' blessing if it's okay. And it's not going to take any city money to do this. And then also there's going to be a small project of revamping the current restrooms that are there. We have the restrooms of the brick building, and they just need all redone on the inside, like new stools and sinks. And that same group is still raising money for that to be done, and obviously try to make them handicap accessible. And then Lindsay Henderson, and they're going to do some painting on the outside of it with some donations and stuff for the restroom. So at least we'll have some restrooms there, and it'll, get it painted up, looking better. So that's just the two items.
They're wanting to, well, Hab is at the park wanting to let him go ahead and do this. I told Larry to bring it as a recommendation, since there wasn't any cost involved with the city, immediate cost. Of course, if it's okay for him to go ahead and start that, or if you want to bring it back as a formal request.
How big is the area?
You know how big the area is, Larry?
Yeah, the court is, I think it's 40 by 60, I think. It's the same size as a badminton court.
Yeah, just to the south of the exercise area and just to the east of the streetlight. They got it kind of staked out to give you an idea of kind of how much area it takes. Really a perfect spot for it, kind of tucked in there between the two. You'll get a hard surface, but again, like I said, like yoga, pickleball stuff.
It doesn't interfere with any of the other, because most of the other preliminary plans, I didn't know if that was.
Yeah, I think it's far enough for it, and the only other thing is going to be shelter. Well, they just put the toilet in and not putting shelter. The toilet's already there.
We have it in our,
Yeah. So it's not, I don't think if they would do, they would show that it's still plenty of room for everything. Or additional parking, have a splash pad or whatever.
the irony is going basically right on top of tennis courts were partly. But those tennis courts were up, they didn't come out.
Yeah, I think it's okay, right?
Yeah.
I agree. It's not gonna cost us anything, so if he's there right now, wants to do it, let's get it done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
It's not very often things work out that way.
Motion to adjourn?
Okay. Well, better start.
Aye.
Or adjourn. Thank you.